Hey, this is Anne. This is a message for all the politicians out there, and I mean this respectfully, but what the heck are you all doing? You know, I think it's time for you all to wake up and realize that this is not a sporting event. I'm in the US. Just because you're team red or team blue, it does not mean that you are the Crips versus, the Bloods. This is not, these are not gangs that we have to fight each other. Your role as a politician is that of a humble public servant. And right now, what has been happening, and it's been happening for too long, and I have contributed to it myself. I am a very, very liberal person. I believe in justice for all. I believe in equity for all. I believe in, women's rights and the rights of LGBTQ people. You know, so I have traditionally supported the Democratic Party in the hopes of, being able to see some of my vision or see some of my beliefs played out. But over the last, certainly in the last couple of decades, since the 90s, I want to say, politics in the US, and not just the US, but this is what I'm more familiar with, has become so polarizing, so divisive, and so it's become like people are rooting for sports teams. Let me tell you the difference between, a sports team versus a politician, right? Sports teams, it's for entertainment, right? Like, so it's fun for an hour or two or a season or whatever to be rooting for a particular team and, wanting to watch the game play out and, the thrill of it. It's for entertainment. Politics is not for entertainment. Politics is for the benefit of all people, we the people. And it's your job to stop with the pettiness of blame, shame, anger toward each other that is preventing cohesion, harmony, understanding, and actually finding solutions that work for all of us. So, let me teach you, as a person who's had to be a bridge, as I've shared in some other videos, in my last role, I was the Chief Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer of a very large Midwestern law firm. And when I left, some of my biggest supporters, champions, those that reached out in gratitude, were Republican, older white men, straight. They would theoretically have no reason to support this work, right? The work that I was standing for and trying to bring. Theoretically, they had been taught that this was against white men or, whatever. But that's not what happened. You know why? Because I approach the work from a humanitarian perspective. I see the human beings first. I connect with the humanity in people, actually the divinity in all people. I connect with that first. There are universal principles that all of us as humans want. We want security. We want a sense of community, belonging. We want, love. We want health. We want to be able to live freely, authentically, as ourselves. And as politicians, it's really it's the job, just like with any person who's in a real leadership role. It is your job to put your own personal stuff aside for the greater good. That's what it means to be a humble public servant. It is to strip away the labels and get to a place where you're actually seeing the underlying needs, the underlying humanity. It's pausing from the assumptions or even pausing from the reactions, because what we're seeing right now is triggered people reacting to triggered people, right? Like it's just a ping pong, a tennis match of darting, like shooting arrows. And it's not working. Look around. Look around. People's quality of life is shrinking.